Hey you guys, it's Britt. Tonight I'm here to talk to you about a couple of channels that I've come across over the last week or so, and I wanted to talk about their coverage of Gabby Petito. I had quite a few thoughts, so if you're interested, please keep watching. Alright you guys, so you know from some of my recent videos, I've been pretty fired up about channels building up their subscribers and they're collecting AdSense off the back of Gabby Petito. You know, this is something that I've kind of gone back and forth with because I definitely think that true crime has a very important place on YouTube when it's done correctly. And in my personal opinion, there are not many channels that I've seen do it with ethics and integrity and not just pure exploitation and greed. So I'm going to talk about a couple of these channels tonight. If you are a subscriber to any of these channels and you like their content, that's great. However, like I always do, I would highly recommend that you think twice about who you're supporting financially. What are their intentions? Do you feel good about supporting that person? If you still do, more power to you. When it comes to talking about active cases that have not gone to court and through jury and the whole court process, for active cases, I think that there needs to be some sort of guideline around what you can put out onto your channel, how much you can talk about someone. And I always say I'm not a gatekeeper, but I guess I am kind of sounding like one right now, and I'll accept that for the time being. There is a big problem with platforming conspiracy theories just so that you can run really long live streams and collect super chats, members, new subscribers. I have a really big problem with that. Now, some of these channels have covered Gabby more than others. We're going to go through them, and these are only the ones that I have come across. I know for a fact that there are many more, and before we go through the YouTubers, let's talk about the TikTok psychics that are over on TikTok exploiting Gabby's name so that they can bring people onto their platforms to charge them for readings. So they're using Gabby's name, getting new followers, and then saying, "Oh, your mom died? Oh, your grandma died? Let me do a reading. I'm here to do a reading. Someone wants to talk to you. It's going to be $30 and whatever." All of it just feels really grimy to me. Maybe I am the odd one out, but I will gladly wear that name tag because this to me just feels very wrong. And as I'm allowed to do, and as you guys are allowed to do too, if I have an opinion, I'm going to share it with you guys. There are 3 channels that I'm going to mention on this video. I'm going to go from the one that has done the most videos to the one that has done the least. Katie Joy is honestly just an honorable mention because I've already talked about her. So let's just talk about the 3 YouTubers that I haven't really gone into yet. The first one is Joseph Morris, and this guy has a really cringy banner that says, "Help me get to 100K subs." Well, Joseph, you exploited the hell out of Gabby Petito and now you have 111. So I guess that your biggest dreams have come true. I hope you feel good about building all of those subscribers off the back of Gabby Petito, who died because of domestic violence. So what's his name again? Mr. Morris has done 40 videos on Gabby Petito in the last week. So, sir, you take home the award for the most videos that you could possibly do in a 1-week span using Gabby's name and her picture and her very untimely passing. So 40 videos, this guy wasn't getting, his channel was very small before this. I will tell you how many subscribers he had a week ago. As of the end of August, he had 3,000 subscribers. So Now he has made over 100,000 by exploiting Gabby, and I think that that feels gross and grimy. So Joseph, I hope that you enjoy your little internet fame, and I hope that I hope that you never have a family member that even comes close to being in such a heartbreaking situation, and you have to stroll by and see someone building their platform off of someone that you know or love. Second up, let's talk about Miss Natasha Cooper. Now, you guys know I gave a little spoiler and I said that I was going to be talking about Natasha. I know that you guys have many opinions about her. Now, there's this whole thing, you know, she's a known scammer, allegedly. I'm only going to talk about the things that I saw with my own eyes here, but allegedly she has a very decorated past online and has done a lot of really scummy things. She has done 30 videos on Gabby Petito in the last week. She has not talked about anything else in between. It's all Gabby Petito, boom, 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 30 videos back to back to back to back. And she has also come up with almost 20,000 subscribers. Now, before she was in such a position where she could exploit Gabby for her own fame and fortune, she had 540 subscribers at the end of August. So now you're almost at 20,000. So Natasha, I hope that you feel really good about these 30 videos that are just drawn out for no reason at all, first of all. Second of all, let's talk about the fact that she streams the news a lot on these videos. I checked out a few of them and kind of skipped around, and I don't really understand how that's doing a service to anyone. We can all go to that YouTube channel and watch what you're streaming. So you're just eating up time, reminding people to subscribe to your channel. You got your memberships, so that's great. Just another avenue where you can maximize profit for yourself. And you know, there's this video that she wants to put out, Gabby Petito, fact versus rumor / misinformation. Natasha, you are not the FBI, and you are not the local police. And with the amount of exploitation that you have done on Gabby Petito, I don't think that you are the elected official to sit up on your channel and try to dissect what's fact and what's rumor. All that you've been doing is reminding people to subscribe to your channel, bragging about how many people are sitting up in your live streams, bragging about how many subscribers you've made in X number of days by covering Gabby, and streaming the news. So Natasha Cooper, go ahead and chill out in your recliner, and I hope that you feel really good about your great success on YouTube. You know, Gabby Petito's parents sent a letter to Brian Laundrie's attorney where it was a C&D, and they requested that he remove Gabby's photo from his Yelp page. This to me is saying that, and this is just my kind of understanding of the situation, I realize that obviously they can't stand Brian Laundrie's attorney for obvious reasons. But to me, this is also saying we don't want our daughter's face used in order to build your business. And me, I've always looked at YouTubers as businesses. You are trying to build your name. Your name and your channel is your business. So with doing 30 and 40 videos and, you know, making sure that people are sending you super chats and subscribing and watching your videos, that's building your business. So I don't know, could that mean that something could come down the, you know, pike for these YouTubers that are using Gabby Petito's name and picture in their thumbnails for over 30 videos? And just to once again clarify my stance on true crime, like I said in the beginning, I think that there is a place for true crime on YouTube, but instead of it being 30 or 40 videos that are long drawn out live streams of, you encouraging people to join, or, you know, they're sending you super chats because you've been on a live for 2 hours. Instead of doing that, why don't you make it 1 or 2, maybe even 3 videos full of facts, your opinion based off of those facts, and let the authorities do their job. Because the rumor mill and the conspiracy theorists of the world, they are not helping get Brian Laundrie any faster than what the authorities are already doing. So at that point, what is the point for all of this garbage? This is not your game of Clue. There is a young girl who lost her life. You know, I watched a part of her funeral service yesterday, and I was just brought to tears to think of what that family is going through, and then to look on the flip side of this to see how many TikTokers and YouTubers, and there's probably even people on Instagram, I haven't even gone down that rabbit hole, building their presence online off of Gabby Petito's name. So the next YouTuber we need to discuss with this Gabby Petito coverage is Miss Spiracy. So I'm sure some of you guys know who Spiracy is. She has a history of covering Katie Joy without a crystal ball, and you know, she has an okay platform. She's at 6.4 thousand subscribers as of right now, and true crime, to my knowledge, is nothing that she's ever covered. She has 19 videos about Gabby Petito. Several of them are long live streams, over an hour long. Here's one that's over 2 hours. Over 2 hours. This one's almost 3 hours. Another one over 2 hours. So this goes back to the same thing. Why are we sitting on live streams for multiple hours just, what, playing Clue? This is not anyone's game of detective to solve. And I understand, you know, true crime is very interesting to some people, but like I said, I don't think that any of this is fruitful conversation. I don't think that it's productive. And unless y'all are going to go out and help hunt Brian Laundrie, which is not going to happen, these little live streams are not helping anyone get justice any faster. All that it's doing is building your platform, giving you video views, and in my personal opinion, many times dwindling the integrity that you might have had with your subscribers. And if you subscribe to Spiracy and you like her, that's good for you. That's totally fine. But when we're talking about creators who I've come across over the last week that, in my opinion, have just gone totally out of control with the Gabby Petito videos, she's definitely on the list. So let's move on. And lastly, let's talk about the Dad Challenge podcast. You guys know that I have been a vocal supporter of Josh for a long time on my channel. However, that also doesn't mean that he is off limits from criticism. I've delivered criticism to him before and continue to support him. Now, Josh is not a true crime channel. This is not something that he typically covers, but I saw an uptick in the coverage that he was doing on Gabby Petito. I have voiced my opinion that I don't like it. I don't think that we need multiple, 2 or 3 hour live streams to share conspiracy theories and debunk stuff. I just don't think that it is a fruitful way to produce content. That's just my personal opinion. I know that a lot of you guys have echoed the same concerns. And, if you want to branch out and get into true crime, fine. But in my opinion, that's not the way to do it. The way to do it is to present the facts, present the evidence, share your opinions about said evidence, and then keep it moving. Let the authorities do their job. Sharing these guesstimates and all this kind of stuff about where Brian is or where he could be or where he couldn't be, to me, is just not a productive conversation to have. And if I'm the odd one out, that's fine. And it's not hard for me to deliver my critiques to Josh because, you know, I do think that he understands when multiple concerns are raised saying the same thing. I think that he has enough self-awareness to pay attention to it. So I hope that, you know, if he wants to venture into true crime, I would just hope that instead of doing a 3-hour live stream or a 2-hour live stream, maybe it could be a little bit more, you know, he knows how to put videos together. So that's not the question. Put the video together, present the evidence, and keep it moving. You know, a lot of you guys also put me on to Katie Joy's Instagram and Twitter, and she's done like hundreds of tweets and Instagram posts about Gabby. That's also why I mentioned Josh at the end of the video, because when we're talking about people like Joseph Morris and Natasha Cooper, and you compare those numbers to the, I believe he's done 8 videos on Gabby, it's not really even a comparison, at least in my personal opinion. You know, do I love it? No. Do I have opinions? Yes. Just as I, you know, outlined for you guys just now. But I cannot even fathom doing 30 or 40 videos about this girl and being able to get an ounce of sleep at night. And just to let you guys know, out of all the videos that Natasha has done, one of them was marked fundraiser. So if the money is not being donated and you're making all of this money by using Gabby's name, to me, that's blood money. And I want nothing to do with blood money. I don't want it in my account. I don't want it in my house. I don't want it anywhere near me, because I am a huge believer in karma. And if I'm collecting this now, sure, the AdSense check might be wonderful for next month, but that's short term. It's not going to last forever, and you're going to ruin your reputation online because many people will see through this. They might be interested right now because Gabby Petito is still, you know, a very talked about topic, and a lot of people are very, very interested in the case. But that will subside. They will catch Brian, because I know that they're going to. Eventually, I hope that it's soon, but we don't know when it's going to be. He will be caught. He will be hopefully convicted and thrown into prison to rot for the rest of his life. So all of this fame and admiration that y'all are getting right now, it's going to be short term. I would rather have my integrity and my reputation and the trust of my subscribers over one really good AdSense check. But that's just me. So either way, please leave your thoughts down below. Do you guys know about Joseph Morris? Do you know about Natasha Cooper? I know that a handful of you definitely know about Dad Challenge podcast. You know, I'm let down too, guys. Like, it sucks, but that's also what YouTube is all about. Share your criticisms. Don't be an asshole about it, but share your criticisms. And you know, hopefully the logical ones will reflect and look at the criticisms that are delivered. I know that many of them won't, but I think that the ones that have a good head on their shoulders will be able to look at echoed concerns and say, maybe this is something that I should revisit. So either way, for now, if you like the video, please leave a like and a comment. And if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.